Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I am starting Pro Qualifying Rounds Winter Major Tournament. This will be holes number 1 through 5. I just need to take a break because I'm just getting some unfortunate breaks here on the first 5 holes. I do pick up a hole and one on hole number 2, but you're going to see that everything else is just it's just one of those things. Let's just leave it at that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you like my content. I hope you like it enough to hit that subscribe button. And then also, I hope everybody hits the thumbs up button. Believe it or not, it does help me, and it takes a millisecond to do. All right, let's go to hole number 1 on Pro. So here we go, right here. Now, hole number 1, there's multiple ways you can play this hole in crosswind, okay? You can go with an extra mile 9, right? Because we have a lot of top spin. You could go with like a beefed up Thor's hammer because you have a lot of top spin. Or you could also go with the big topper. So, I mean, there's a lot of different options when it comes to this hole. You pick the club that you're most comfortable with. For me, it's going to be the extra mile 9 here. We're going to go full top. Full top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Now, you're going to notice here that when it comes to my shot, I do set up with half of the red ring on the rough, half of the red ring on the fairway. You'll see that the end of my ball guide line is pointing into the sand. That's okay. This is where we want to aim with this club. You know, really with any club, we want to make sure that we do leave ourselves some room for a great right. Here you see I go with full curl to the right and a little bit of overpower. I do hit a great right here, so it's a good thing that I kind of landed, or that I had my shot set up the way that I did. You can see here there's no problem, nowhere close to the sand. That full curl really helps us out. Shot number 2, I do apply 2 bars of side spin to the right on the shot. And then here, you know, I'm checking the in-bringer rule. I guess I just must have misjudged it by, you know, a fraction of a percentage. You're going to see my 2 bars of side spin to the right. That's kind of important on this hole because the green does slope from right to left. So with a direct shot, we typically miss left, right? So you'll see here that I do make my adjustment. I do hit a perfect ball. And unfortunately, I mean, it's just going to sit right here on the left-hand side of the cup, of course. So hole number 1, tough start. That's really a must-eagle if we're going to finish high in the tournament. So thank goodness I missed it in a qualifying round, but we got to pick that up later on. Hole number 2, we're going to play 30% at mid. Direct headwind gives us a pretty good opportunity to drop this. First thing I want you to do is apply your spins, 4 top, 1.5 to the left. So again, 4 top, 1.5 to the left. And then I want you to find the landing spot. For me, I try to zoom in here so you can see where I'm aiming. Now, this doesn't mean that if you find this spot, you're going to make it 100% of the time. The biggest thing here is with the katana, we can have some pretty different wind variances. 6.2 is kind of middle of the pack. So it's a pretty good win to get here on this hole. But you can see where the hole is located, right? If you look at the dark green and the light green rows, the hole is located in the vertical light green rows. I'm aiming to the right of that in that dark green row, kind of on the left-hand side of that dark green row. So hopefully that made sense. If you need to rewind it to make it, you know, make more sense, take a look at it. Here, 30% at mid is the adjustment. And you'll see, you know, I do hit a perfect ball. Two for 2 on this shot in practice mode when I found the shot, okay? 0 for 2 in real mode. So 1, I hit a perfect shot, and I just barely missed it to the right-hand side. My other account, I hit a great shot, so it wasn't going to go in the hole anyway. So hole number 3, 10% at max. Now, here's the deal with hole number 3, okay? You can do this with any level APOC. If you're playing pro, you probably have at least an APOC 3 or above. I know I have a beefed-up APOC here, but it's really not going to matter. We're not going to be utilizing the full top spin of this shot, and we're not going to be utilizing the full curl. So this can be duplicated with really any APOC. Here, we are going with 6 top and then 3 bars of side spin to the right. Same thing, half of my red ring in the rough, half of the red ring on the fairway. I do that strategically in case I hit a great right. I do leave myself a little room. Now, a double great right, obviously I'm in trouble. Can't hit that anyways. This is not full curl. This is actually too much curl. We need to take a little bit of curl off this shot. As you can see here, we're really landing on the right-hand side, middle of the fairway. We would like to be more left. The more left that we are on this drive, the closer we are to the hole. This shot is just nasty. I played this one 10% at max. And you're going to see we missed this one by 1.5 miles to the left. So we really need to increase the elevation on this shot. The shot's really not close. You know, I really just, at the end of the day, we're just showing this so you can see the wind angle and you can start to strategize on how you want to go about it. But we have better looks on holes number 4 and holes number 5 coming up. So you see here, perfect ball. But like I said, we're going to miss this one by just 1 mile here to the left-hand side. Not even close. Nothing good to look at here. Now, hole number 4, we're going to go ahead and play with the Guardian. This is a great hole in pro to play at the Guardian. We're just going to go max backspin. That's all we're going to do. We're going to put our green ring on the fringe line. Okay, you see how I'm aiming my bounce on the fringe? And then take a look at these dark green and light green squares up here, and you're going to get a really good reference point of where I'm aiming. I'll rewind it so we can see. Whatever is easiest for you to look at. Tough because there's so much clutter in the way, but there's a good look on the right-hand side of the camera angle. Probably the best look you're going to get right there. The only thing I do wrong here is I don't aim high enough up on the green. So we need to find that landing spot, and we need to move up just a little bit, because you can see here, I need to catch the top slope, and I need to come down towards the pin faster. That shot is absolutely dead on, but look at that. Because we don't have enough speed, we stop right in front of the hole. So that's what I was saying at the beginning of the video. I'm catching some bad breaks here. And same thing here on hole number 5, which is, of course, going to be a par 5. Here we're going to go 20% at max. We're going to go 2 bars of side spin to the left. You could add a little bit of top spin on this shot if you wanted to. You could probably add yourself about half a bar of top spin, and I think you would be pretty safe. You'll see here that I did no top spin, but I'm going to leave myself quite a bit of fairway to work with. Now, obviously, the higher we get up on this fairway, the shorter distance that we have for shot number 2. But also, at the same time, we don't want to accidentally go with too much topspin or too much overpower and put that in the sand or the rough, because then that would be deadly. But you see there, way, way too much room from fairway to rough, so a lot of room to work with. I mean, you could probably even go 1 bar topspin, but I would start at half a bar and see what your results are like. Here, I'm putting this one 0% at max. You're going to see this ball comes in perfect line for an albatross. But unfortunately, the last one came in a little bit too light. This one comes in a tad too hot. And we hit the pin and we bounce out. So, you know, holes number 1, left right at the pin. Hole number 2, hole in 1. Hole number 3, ugly shot for shot number 2, although we still pick up the eagle pretty easy. Hole number 4, left it right at the pin. Hole number 5, we hit the pin. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break as it's been a very long day, but I will get holes number 6, 7, 8, and 9 out shortly. Thanks, everybody.